Hey guys, welcome to the first the Aek Daily Podcast, where in this podcast what I'm trying to do actually is attract people to our club internationally, for one. So that is by getting people attracted to Aek and growing our fan base, And sadly, you can't only do that in Greek. And I can also express myself better in English, so that's why I do it. But also, it's not only to attract new fans, it's to kind of help and guide existing fans that are outside of Greece, because I know many kids and people and men and everything that are mad Ike fans, but due to their language barrier with Greek, maybe because they don't know enough Greek or anything like that, it's really hard for them and difficult for them to understand what's going on with their club. So what I'm trying to do is give a weekly, I don't know how many times it's going to be, twice a week, maybe something like that. But what I'm trying to do is help these fans across the world, the existing ones as well, understand what's going on with their favorite club. Because when you don't know what's going on in your club, it's hard. It must be annoying. I don't know what that's like, but I know it must be annoying. So I'm trying to kind of broaden everything out and make Ike's base, its fans, and I'm trying to make that base bigger, And I think by creating an Instagram page like the Aek Daily, and now that I'm doing this podcast, it's really going to help it, and I hope it helps people get attracted to the club and helps the existing fans just fucking understand what's happening. Sorry about the cussing. Sometimes I cuss. I'm new to this pretty much, so yeah, I might cuss a few times. Not my fault. I'm a good person. Even if I cuss, don't worry about it, guys. Yeah. I also wanted to say thank you very much to the supporters of the Aek Daily, the followers, because it may not be too many right now. I have like 120 something followers. I can't remember the exact number, but I just wanted to say thank you very much for being there and supporting this thing that I quite honestly I didn't know if it was going to work. The reason I didn't know it was going to work is because I thought, what are Ike fans going to see in this? How are they going to like that this whole page is in English? But it's working out so far. It's going slowly. It's rising slowly. And I just really like that you guys like it. And without you 120 followers, this wouldn't have happened. And I've been getting nothing but great fucking replies and criticisms. They've been amazing. Everything's been perfect. And thank you guys for just listening and seeing my stuff every day and liking it, because I do work hard on it. I try working hard, and I try making things that you Ike fans will like and everything, because if there's one thing that I think there is a problem with on Instagram, are all these Ike pages. So what I'm trying to do is something different. It's not just the language that I'm trying to do different. That's the biggest difference, but every Ike fan page or news outlet, whatever you want to call them, they are so similar. And a lot of times, it's not just that they're similar, they don't say cool and correct things, there's many pages that I like. I don't want to name them right now, because I don't want anyone to feel like I'm outing them or anything like that, making them feel special. But honestly, there's just some pages out there that say nonsense, things that aren't true. Whatever they see on Instagram, they'll post the same exact on theirs. They don't try making it look nice or anything like that. So my page isn't just for news. It's for opinions. It's what do I think is going to happen? What do I want to happen? What do I think about something that happened in the past? Like yesterday, I posted a history lesson for Ismael Blanco. And the reason I did that was because I think it's cool to have like a daily thing where we talk about the history of our club. Because when we're talking about trophies and silverware and European silverware, okay, cool, we don't have European silverware. We have a lot of silverware in Greece compared to other Greek teams, a lot. But we have history. Our team is based on history from the 19 24, this team was built by people that fled their homeland. And sometimes I just think that touches into today's world. And we're just a historic team. We've been through wars. There's been everything. Everything that you can think of, negative and positive, I think has happened to Aek at some point in time. And I like doing new things like that other pages don't have, because it's not nice when you just have 500 pages that are just every day telling you the exact same things. No, I want to, if I'm following a page that I like, I want, one, to trust it, and two, I want to be original, and the only thing that I'm following, because it's like that. I don't want to follow something that's not original and doesn't give anything back to me that I would like. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I want to say thank you guys very much for supporting me, and let's just go hard. Let's build this fucking team. Let's get it up, and let's attract people to it. Let's have us that we are already existing fans love it more, because this is an exciting time to be an Aek fan. And the reason it's an exciting time is because this summer has just been wildly insane with the transfers. I mean, after the Velez, the Bosnian team that we got kicked out of from Europe, that was a heartbreak, because, oh my God, I was watching that, and when the goal goes in, when we scored in the 98th minute with Madalos, do you know how, when that goal went in, don't lie, I think everybody listening to this podcast thought we were going to win that game. The way we played that game, I don't think I've ever seen a team dominate that much in a game and lose, because we had non-stop chances, non-stop. We weren't stopping, but just like my dad and everyone says, if the ball doesn't want to go in, it won't go in. But it went in the 98th minute, so I'm like, here we go. We got it. We're going to win in extra time. We don't even need penalties. Whatever. Cool. We're going to win. I'm not stressed. I was jumping up and down, going crazy and everything like that. Cool. I thought we were going to win. Because lots of times that's what Aek does. Aek just waits for the end to give you a heart attack, and then they win sometimes. Because that's our club. It's in our DNA to give our team, our fans, heart attacks, But I'm like, we're going to win in extra time. We go to extra time, same shit, no goal. You're like, okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll win in penalties. Stankovic, he fucking catches 2 penalties. You're like, it's done. We're winning this for sure. We can't lose. I'm not gonna lie though, when I saw Araujo walk up to the spot, I didn't feel good, and I love him. I love him to death. But I did not feel good. I don't know what it was. He didn't look good when he was walking up to take that kick. I told myself, I'm like, this guy's going to miss it, and we're going to be fucked. And we were, and it's okay. I think, if anything, you guys may think I'm crazy, but if anything, that was a blessing in disguise, that match, because if we win that match, I don't see us making all these transfers this summer and this season. And the reasoning for that is because they want, we all know our president, okay? If we win that game, he maybe makes 2 transfers and says, we're better than ever and this and that. But no, we got kicked out by a team, let's be honest, we're much better than. History-wise, talent-wise, we were much better. But that's football sometimes. Sometimes football kicks you in the balls and you got to wake up, So if we win that game, the Tiger doesn't get us as many players. Now we get these many players because that was an embarrassment. Okay. Say that the Tiger wants to spend money, though. He still can't spend money on bad decisions, on bad signings. So I'm going to take my hat off, even though you guys can't see me. I'm going to take my hat off to Panagiotis Kone and the whole team. And he was the technical director and everyone surrounding him. in the scouting because he did a tremendous job. And I did a post about this on, I think, why he did such a tremendous job is because he's young, okay? Technically, Kone can still be playing. He's 34. He's 34 years old, and he's in a very high position for a 34-year-old. Usually 34-year-olds aren't given that much responsibility right out of the gate for like signing and players and getting in everyone like that. But Kone, he attracted top-tier talent. And I think the first transfer that really got me excited, that a lot of people aren't really talking about for some reason, they just keep skipping over him even though he looks fantastic and everything, is Michelin. Because Michelin he's young, he's 24, he's on the right side of the field, he can go up fast and everything like that, everything that a new attacking style type team needs. And I'm like, okay. At first I wasn't impressed with the transfers. I was like, okay, Vranjes, Araujo, cool. I didn't even feel those were signings at that point. I'm like, yeah, we didn't have them, but it was just like, are we really going back? Okay, we bought them, cool, finally we bought them, but we're really gonna go back right now and just pick up the things that we already had. And I was a little bit nervous. But then he gets Michelin. I'm like, okay, he gets Michelin, that's great. And then, who did he get? I can't remember if I'm getting these in the right order, but he gets Michelin, he gets Letalek, two French guys. Letalek is a defensive midfielder, French kid as well. And I'm like, wow, these are transfers that are being researched. It's not like, I remember a few years ago, or was it last year, I can't remember exactly, we were like getting players from some leagues that were insane to me. Like we got Nassim Khnid, from the like Tunisian soccer league, which, okay, you can find diamonds sometimes in the dirt, but that was not a diamond. It didn't work out at all. It didn't seem that he was there. He wasn't passionate or anything like that for the club. It didn't seem like he didn't give the right performances that we were expecting. And the reason he didn't give the right performances that we weren't expecting, I honestly don't think it's Khnid's fault. But it's the team's fault for not doing their research. The reason he probably didn't give the performances we expected of him was because he was performing well in the Tunisian league, which is so different from the Greek league. I'm not saying that Greece has the best football league in the world, okay? Obviously. However, I do think we're levels above the Tunisian football league where Khnid was playing. And right now, for example, if you take a good defender on Atromitos or something, and he's doing good in the Premier League, and you just throw him into Liverpool next to Van Dijk, I think the fans would be very let down because he's not used to that type of play. It's above them and everything. I don't think it's Khnid's fault. I mean, after some time it is. You just got to learn how to play the game and everything like that. But it was bad decision-making in the offices. So we get Michelin this year. I'm like, okay. Letalek, I'm like, cool. Two guys, French, played on decent teams, everything, coming from decent, respectable leagues. Okay, I'm liking it. And then we get like Amrabat, and I like that because he's an experienced player. They're all experienced, but Amrabat's been like everywhere. He's played everywhere. You can tell that he loves the game. He's trying to keep his body intact and everything. He's a fit kid, and he's trying to prolong his career. So he's old. I think he's Kone's age, I think. So what he's trying to do is keep everything going strong. And I know Amrabat may be old and all, but I got excited for it because I've seen what he's done and what he's capable of and everything like that. Amrabat. Who else did we get? My favorite signing, Zuber. My God, what a baller. For so many years, we were going after players from places that, like, we were just looking. It was like we were on Transfermarkt and we were writing defenders that don't have a club. Okay, we write that on Transfermarkt and we'd get the one with the cheapest salaries. It was dreadful. It was dreadful. After the year we won the title in 2018, we kind of screwed it up. We fucked up a bit. Because there, what you want to happen is you want to continue. And I'm not going to lie, we won the league. I was happier than anyone. It was amazing. It was one of the best nights of my life, the fiesta and everything. But that year, we had problems with our club. It wasn't... It's not that we won because of our talent. We won because of our passion in 2018. It's not like every game we would go in and just beat teams nonstop and walk out of the stadium without a sweat. No. It was so... You guys probably remember how many games finished in the last 5 minutes. Okay? How many goals Aek scored in the last 5 minutes that would secure the 3 points? The penalty against Lamia, the 3-2 against Olympiacos, the 1-2 against Olympiacos. It was a crazy, crazy time. But we were winning because we were passionate, not just because of talent. So what they should have done, the team, after 2018 is be like, okay, we won the league. That's great, amazing. We made history. But we need to fix some things. We have to fix some things because we were not perfect. We were far from perfect, but these guys had fucking passion. Keep the passion, get new talent, though. Okay, we made bad decisions. Anyways, this season, we've made great decisions from what it looks like. Zuber was one of the best players in the Euros, and he scored against Greece twice, once the other day, and had an assist. And let me tell you, man, that guy can ball. Zuber can ball, and he's good. He's a great football player from what it looks like, and I just can't wait to see him on the field, playing for Aek. Like, if we need to avoid injuries, we need to have a great medical staff and recovery team, because that has been, I think, one of the biggest issues with Aek, is that I think we have issues with our medical team, because you see our best players many times getting injured nonstop. They need to learn how to recover correctly. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I'm telling you, they need to learn. Maybe pick a new medical team that focuses more on recovery, because there's a lot of games now. Focuses more on what workouts every player should do, how they should do them. Because all of this is important. Today's game is much more demanding. It's much more running. It's faster. And you need to be safe, because if we lose all our players, we're not going to do anything. So we got to keep our players safe. Jeftic. It was fun. It was a fun off season, and yeah, I think it's gonna go really good, as long as we play it smart and stay humble. Okay, and just stay humble, go game by game, baby steps, and start going crazy at the end of the season. But I'm excited. I'm very excited. So, guys, here we are. Yesterday on Instagram, I don't know if you guys remember, but I asked you if you could ask me some questions, possibly, for the podcast, so I can answer some of you guys' questions. And you guys responded, of course, and I'm going to answer some of them right now. Let me just check if I have any new ones. All right, I don't have any new ones right now, but I have some from yesterday. So the first question that I'm going to answer is from @AndreasPPKN. My friend, we've talked a lot over the past few days. great kid, great Aek fan, great Aek supporter and everything. Thank you for asking me this question. He asks, how do you think the new season will go and if we can win the title? Andreas, my guy, great question. Great question. Like I just said, I see the new season going well. I don't like talking before something for sure happens. But this is a podcast, and this is for me to say my opinion. And I'm not scared to say my opinion. And my opinion is, laugh at me if you want, but I think we're going to go into Hagia Sophia as champions. I think that would be a very appropriate way to do it. I see us going really far. The most likely scenario for me this season is us getting the title. That's the most likely, in my opinion. I think we will win the title from what we see already. From what we see. We haven't seen a lot from any team. But I can tell that Aek has really gone into the market this summer, looked for players, looked for coaches, looked for anything. And right now the gears in the clock and the machine are moving very nicely, well together. Everything's in sync and has good chemistry. And now, that's all that needs to happen, you know? And I think we're going to win the title. At worst, at the worst case scenario is that we get second place. But I don't want second place. I don't want it, and I don't see it happening. I see us going and winning the title. Again, I don't want to jinx it because we haven't seen anything. But from the little that we've seen, I think Aek has been the team this offseason that is most interested in enhancing their team. And that's what it's going to be probably. Because I honestly don't think you can get, I don't know how many players it's been. Has it been 13 players? I don't think you can go out and buy 13 players, sign 13 players, and not want to challenge the hardest for the league title. Like, you don't see Larissa going out and signing 13 players. High-class, top-class players from great leagues and everything like that. You just don't see it. But, yeah. Andreas, I honestly see us going far and winning that title. I do. And, I think we'll make it. If everything works correctly, I keep saying that. I'm not saying we'll do it, but I'm saying if everything works correctly, I don't see who can stop us with the players that we have. But like I said, my opinion, and yeah, that's that. About that one. Thanks for the question, Andres. You seem like you're a great kid. You are very active on the page, and I'm thankful for it, and thank you for being such a good follower and everything like that. And I hope all is well, my friend. Next question comes from Mono Aekara Re. What made you an Aek fan? Well, as you guys know about me probably, I was born and raised in America. But I would come vacation to Greece quite a bit, like every summer and every Christmas. And there's two things that made me Aek fan. And the first reason is that my dad, before he left for America, before me talking to you guys was born, back in like the 80s, he was a really good football player and everything in Egaleo. And he was an Aek fan, my dad. And not only was he an Aek fan, he got recruited to go play for Aek. But back then, things were different, I guess, and my grandpa didn't want him to go play, stuff like that. That's what happened. Football players back then weren't the luxurious stars they are today. They were just people making to think. They were like kind of like assholes, I think, back then. I don't know. My grandpa didn't want him playing, he didn't play. But my dad helped me become an Aek fan. We loved watching games together in America. It was like a tradition to wake up in the morning and watch Aek play because it's 7 hours behind. So I remember watching the Greek Cup final in 2009 with my dad. It was daytime here. It was nighttime in the stadium. in Greece, and I just remember everything perfectly. It was like nice memories of that. And my cousins also helped me, because I remember coming on vacation here to Greece one year, and they're like, listen here, we're going to take you to your first fucking Ike game today. And I'm like, cool, that's awesome. And they didn't let my other cousin come because he was Olympiacos. So we went to the stadium, and it was Christmas of 2008, and I will never forget, it was my first game, and it was Aek Daily, and we won that match 3-2. And after that day, I was just going crazy about football. I was crazy about football and Ike, and I went back to America telling all my friends in America, hey, there's no better team in the world than Ike. You got to forget that Manchester United and Barcelona bullshit. It's all about Ike. And I actually converted a few that to this day they talk about Ike whenever they see me. But yeah, that's what made me an Ike fan. I think Ike is just I think when you're a football team, it comes usually most of the time from your family, like in my case. It's very rare that you find someone that just picks a team, by himself randomly. But that happens too, I imagine. So, Mono Aikarare, thank you very much for your question. Let's go on to the next one. You have a great page, by the way, Mono Aikarare. Fantastic page. Love your passion for the team and everything like that, so thanks for supporting me as well. Next question goes to @Ioannis Drakos. How long should we give Milojevic to build his team, ignore results, and focus on performance progress? Well, Ioannis, thank you for your great question, and thanks for your support. I think we need to stop kicking coaches in the balls when they're down whenever they make a mistake, because you're not going to build a team if you just keep firing a head coach. You never will build a team. You need to keep him. I say, even if this year, if this year Aek finishes fucking 5th in the table, keep Milojevic. Or keep whatever coach. I don't like seeing in the world managers and coaches being fired whenever something doesn't go right. Because a lot of times something won't go right, and it's not always their fault. No matter what we want to say, it's not always their fault. There's luck that you can think of. Maybe the coach had the best team on the field and did the best strategic moves and everything. But a dog ran onto the pitch when a player kicked the ball into the goal and it didn't cross the line because the dog got the ball and left. Like, stuff like that, insane. That's just an insane example that will never happen. But things like that sometimes aren't in the control of the manager, and that's when the results go to shit, but he gets the blame. Because let's not lie, most of the time when we shouldn't have given up Jimenez. He was a great manager, a great coach. You need to give these coaches time. You can't just fall on them and throw them away. Because I believe in Milojevic, I really do, Ioannis. And I can see him doing great things with the team. I like his style. And when you say performances, results, do you mean the friendlies? Because in my opinion, honestly, the friendlies are... The results of the friendlies are meaningless to me. I want to see good football played. I want to see this and that. And honestly, I just want to see the players get fit for the season. Because these players sometimes, and managers, they don't see friendlies as we do. When we see a friendly, we're like, our team's playing, we're going to go watch them and support them. But when a player goes, he's like, I'm not going to play that hard today. I have a family, I have a huge contract, a huge salary, and I'm not going to risk that getting injured or something like that in a friendly game and playing hard for a game that doesn't matter. So the results for me in friendlies don't really tell me much. Because I remember there were years where Manchester United would go to come for friendlies in America, and they would do garbage in the friendlies, but then they would win the Premier League, you know? My point is, like, those results don't matter. I'll start judging him on his results when he gets into the new season playing games that matter. The only results that I can say that were official were the ones against Vélez. But honestly, that second match, for example, I don't think he could have had a better team on the field. They played fantastically, but luck wasn't on our side. Because sometimes football is just a bitch and it doesn't want to go in. That's how it is. So, yeah, I like Milojevic, and I think we should give him time. Give him time. A season. Win the title or not, give him a season, keep him there. Just go take things slow, because look at Klopp, one of the best managers in the world right now. Do you think he just went to Liverpool and got them a Premier League the first season? No, he went there, and I don't even think he got him a Champions League spot. But he goes there, and he starts rebuilding a team. He starts bringing things back into the order that they're supposed to be. He starts getting closer and closer to the title throughout the years. Like, things went really slow. Obviously, for Aek, I think it'll be faster because the competition in Greece is less. And that's why I'm saying I think I can see Aek winning the title this year. But we got to give people time. Guardiola didn't win anything at Manchester City his first season. It's you got to give people time, and that's that. That's that, you know? That's what it's about. So thank you, Johannes, for your question again. Great questions. I love them, guys. You guys are kicking ass. Let's see. Next question. Yeah. This is from @Tasos Liakouras. Okay, Tasos Liakouras asks, make a guess for the starting lineup against Ionikos. So my guess is my best case scenario, like what I honestly want to happen and want to see, is a classic 4-3-3 with I make attacking teams, so this would be my favorite. And I think this was going to happen because of all these players. 4-3-3, Stankovic in goal. Two stoppers are Zavelas and Vranjes. Right back, Michelin. Left back, hopefully Hadj Safi's back. If not, Mitai is going to be there. Then we have in the midfield as a defensive midfielder, Letalek. On the left side above him is Zuber. On the right side above him is Geftic. On left wing, we got Amrabat, striker Araujo, and right wing Garcia if he's back and okay and everything like that. Yeah, I think that'll be the best way to go, you know? And now that I'm looking at this, these are all new signings except Garcia. So that's 10 new signings. 10. I love it, guys. I love it. And, yeah, that's my guess for the starting lineup against the Ionikos. I hope that's what it'll be. Because I think I saw how Hadj Safi's getting back into training and things like that. And we got a week left, so that's good. And now that we're talking about Hadj Safi, okay. @Mikis Koutas asks, which signing will be a flop? For my Greek viewers out there, flop is someone that doesn't meet your expectations. They're a chnid. Flop is chnid. He was a flop. You wanted something from him, he didn't do it. You guys may hate me right now, honestly, for what I'm going to say. And I hope it doesn't happen. I hope with all of my heart that what I'm about to say does not happen. But I do not see Hadj Safi being the player that we want. I hope he is. I'm not saying anything. I don't have anything wrong with him. But my feeling is that I like symmetry on my football teams, okay? I like having a player on the right side be able to do the things with the same things the player on the left side is doing. Not with his feet, but I'm saying like having the same foot and everything, and that they can rearrange positions. But Michelin, Hadj Safi don't have the same pace or speed, because I want to see Michelin running up the plank and going fast and everything on the sides, on the right side of the field, and maybe cutting in sometimes. I want to see that. I don't see Haj Safi doing the things we expect him to do, which could possibly be a problem. But I also have a lot of faith in Mitai in the back. But Haj Safi, for some reason, has not excited me that much. It hasn't. One of the signings that I'm really excited about is Lázaro Rota. I don't know, Rota. That one looks like a great signing to me. He's young. I'm ready for signings like that. Michelin was exciting. Jeftic, Letan, Zuber, Zavelas. He may be older with Vranjes as well. They maybe think they're both 31. But great signings. They're stoppers. They're dogs. They're mean. They're going to play until their heart falls out, you know? I love that. Every player that we signed so far this season, out of the big signings, they have something about them that is super positive and amazing. And I just don't see that with Haj Safi. And again, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see it. I hope we have no flops. And yeah. Yep, that's about it. Guys, this is going to be the end of the podcast, the first podcast right here. And I just want to say thank you very much for listening in. It was a great time. And I hope you guys liked it. To all my friends in America, to all my friends in Greece, to all my friends throughout the world that are Aek, Australia, I just want to say thank you for listening and supporting this whole podcast. And have a great day, good night, whatever time you're listening to this to. And Mono Aek, let's go, guys. Let's get this fucking title this season, yeah?